What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel, and welcome to the beginning or episode 1 for this new series. I believe it's going to be called CPU mining FOMO, or FOMO CPU mining, something along those lines. You'll see in the title above. Regardless, we are going to simulate FOMOing into CPU mining right now. I already have some hardware, so I don't have to buy it. But this will give you guys an example of if you ran out today, bought the hardware, got it up and running, what you're going to do, or if you're going to make your money back. So, for example, today is November 26th, 2023, and we have two Ryzen 9 5900Xs. And going off of eBay values, we'll go ahead and bring up the calculator here. I'll just spit it out, rattle it off for you guys. It looks like they're going for 280, 285. It looks like right here you can get multiple at 285. Yeah, there's 60 available at 285. There's a couple available cheaper than that, but it's only like singles, onesies, like at the 270. So we'll say 285 times 2. We got 570 bucks there. The my 3D printer is wigging out over there. The motherboards I'm using are nothing special, little B550s. We'll say those are 50 bucks a piece. So we have another 100 bucks right there. The power supplies, I'm using like 500 watt bronzes. So we'll say we have, I don't know, $40 worth of power supplies. So another 40 bucks there. These storage drives we're using are little USB drives. So I'm gonna add in a couple bucks for those. We'll say $6 bucks for 2 of those. I don't even know if that should be fine. It might be too much. We are going to run these on Hive OS. That way it just keeps it super simple. I'm going to assume for this challenge, or for this series, I already have Ethernet cables, I already have a switch, I already have internet, like some basic things at the house. As for what else I need to buy, I think that's about it. Please correct me down below if there's anything else. Oh, you know what? We've messed up already. Ryzen 9 5900Xs don't come with coolers. So the cooler I'm using is the, let me see here. I think I bought them on Amazon. They're just a nothing special tower cooler. Goodness. Let's see here. Boom. It is a double fan. Let's go with just something similar. So if I can't find the exact one, those might have been discontinued. So here's an ID cooling. It's got 5 heat pipes. Yeah, it's pretty similar. It's got a fan on both sides. They're $29 a piece. So we'll add in another 60 bucks. So plus 60 for 2 tower coolers. So we're at $776 times 1.07 is my tax rate here in North Carolina. So after tax, $831. That's what we just spent hypothetically to start this situation. So we're gonna go ahead and open up our Google Sheets here, and we'll put our total cost in at the 800 and blobbities, $831. So a new sheet here. Initial cost 831. All right, so we got that here in our sheet, and we're going to go ahead and go on over and set these bad boys up. All right, well, I lied. We're going to do 3 systems, so 2 5900Xs and 1 5800X, because I found it, might as well use it. So let's add that in as well. You know, if we're FOMOing, we're FOMOing. Might as well just break $1,000, right? So 5800X on eBay, looks like they're going for, wow, new, they're still like $279. Good thing we ain't buying them new. Buy it now, lowest price. Comes out to 170, 175, 179. We'll round that off at 175. So plus 175 plus 50 for a motherboard plus, what I say, 20 for a power supply. They're cheapo power supplies. Plus 3 for another USB stick, because I did 3, it was 6 for those last two. The 5800Xs did come with a cooler, and I am using the stock cooler for those, so we don't have to incur a cooler cost. So that brings our total cost to $1,078. So let me update the Google Sheet. 1,000. And it would have been significantly more if we bought these parts new. For example, a 5900X new are $299. Oh, that's actually not a bad price. So we only saved a little bit buying used. The 5900Xs used to be crazy expensive, but let's jump on over here and show you the setup and get these bad boys up and running. All right, so I went super basic, nothing fancy, nothing special. There's the 500 watt, another 500 watt. This is a 5900X with that dual fan tower cooler, just running off of, this one's actually running off of an M.2 drive, but I mean, this one's running off of a USB. We're gonna just, there's no advantage on running Hive off of a M.2 drive, other than it updates a little bit faster, but it still mines at the same efficiency. So there's our 5900X, and then I found the 5800X, so I need to clear that shelf off down there, but for right now we'll just leave it right here because I don't have a long enough extension cord for the power cord. And yeah, so I need to, this one started up and booted up and started mining on the M.2, no problem. This one booted up on the USB stick, no problem. This one booted up, but it's not mining to the M.2 drive. See, we have no blinking on there, and I don't have any video display out due to the 5900X doesn't have native video. That's unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to stick a graphics card in this and plug it into our screen over here and see what we're actually doing. So that is a little unfortunate. All right, so I found a 1060 that has no fans on it. It'll be fine just for getting some display. Oh, I forgot to plug in the power cord up top. Do I have one? Yeah, there we go. GPU power. It's only a 6-pin. All right, so we just need some display. I believe this graphics card does still work. Let's go ahead and fire this bad boy up. See if we get any display. See if something might not be happy on this computer. Might be the RAM. I am using some cheap RAM on it. Oh no, there we go. System has posted in safe mode. This may be due to a previous post attempt failing because of system instability, or power button was held in to force the system off. If the system failed to post after you made changes, you may wish to revert to stable settings. Press F1 key to run setup. Okay, well, looks like I need to grab this keyboard right here, plug it in right here, and F1 to run setup. Oh yeah, we got a nice BIOS on this one. So let me get this mouse. I'll plug this mouse into. Oh my goodness. It's always hard to do stuff one-handed. I need to get like a headphone or like a head mount or something. Windows Boot Manager. Has this got Windows on it? Huh. Let's go into advanced mode. AI tweaker. Yeah, we have the RAM cranked up on this because I had a really good set of RAM in here. We need to just go back to defaults. Load optimized defaults. Okay. I will need to go in here and fine tune some stuff. But for right now, yeah, see that RAM is 2666 and we were trying to push her. And I doubt this X-Power RGB cheapo RAM is happy with that. So we're gonna F10, okay. Get a reboot and see what happens. This thing is so slow. No, it's not slow, but it just feels slow. Asus, in search of incredible. They haven't found it yet. Just kidding. I like Asus stuff. It's pretty good. Wow, this thing's got windows on it. What the heck? Okay, that's not what I want. So we're gonna power this bad boy down. Shut down. I'm gonna pull that M.2 drive out, and then I'm gonna run it off of a Hive USB drive because just more efficient that way. All right, let's start it up again. Ta-da. Put the USB drive in, got the M.2 drive out. I don't know if I need to, I think it's on default, so it should just boot right to it. Yeah, detected SanDisk. No keyboard detected, that's no problem. There we go, we're booting into Hive now. So if this is all good and she's happy and she connects up and starts mining, I'm going to take that graphics card out of there, because if you mine with just a CPU to Hive, it is a lot cheaper to run your rig on Hive than it is as a GPU mining setup. I don't know exactly what the rate is, but I think it's like a fifth, if not cheaper, per day. So check into that here in the future. But yeah, I'm going to give this a second to boot up because it is loading off of a USB drive. I guess that is one disadvantage, that a USB drive is significantly slower, but once it's up and running, it's fine. All right, so there's the 3 rigs. This one's actually listed as a 3800X. I need to change that. That's a 5800X. But yeah, 2 of the 5900Xs are online. I noticed this one was doing something. It was mining for 10 minutes and all of a sudden it went down. And then I totally forgot. I did not take the fanless GPU out of here, and this GPU, oh yeah, she's hot. That poor 1060. So yeah, 1060 had a stroke, and it looks like it, took the system offline with it. But I'm gonna give that a second to cool down, then I'm gonna unplug. Oh my, I didn't think it was gonna get that hot just from like running a display, but it has been running for a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna give that a minute and then unplug it all and then power it back up and see if we can't get everything running smoothly all by itself. All right guys, so I have them up and running, and I'm such a dummy, I forgot to include RAM on all the systems in our budget. So we'll go back and add that onto our spreadsheet, and I'll show you our spreadsheet here in a second. So interestingly enough, same motherboard, same processor, same cooler, same motherboard, same processor, same cooler, but I have dual channel 16 gigs, single channel 8 gigs. So 2 8 gig sticks, 1 8 gig stick. Not intentionally, I need to grab some more RAM for the system because everybody said running it in single channel is going to hurt the performance. But now I can actually see side by side what the performance difference is going to be. And they're both running off of a USB drive, so it's literally identical setups. The only thing that's different, 500 watt, and this one is a 550 watt, but that shouldn't make any difference. So yeah, and that one's a single channel 8 gigs, so I guess I need to get another stick for that one as well. All right, so going on to eBay, just type it in 16 gig, 2 times 8, buy it now, lowest price, comes out to a bunch of stuff in China. I always weed out North America, or US only. some HyperX Fury. Let's see how much this is. So that's a single 16 gig stick. We want, there you go, 2 8 gig sticks, $34. It's not bad. I feel like that's about what like Amazon prices. Apparently these are all open box, no big deal. So we'll round up to 35 bucks times 3. So plus 35, plus 35, plus 35 for our 3 systems, because we're gonna run each of those with 2 8 gig sticks, so they're all running in dual channel and happy. That brings our total budget up to $1183. So our initial cost, $1183. And let me flip this camera around and show you what we're working with so far. All right, so our initial cost is $1183. Today, 11/26/2023, we started mining, but then tomorrow I'll have our mining revenues for each of these systems, and then I'll have our electric burn, and then this is gonna be our profit, our rolling, you know, multi-day profit. So since we just started mining, copy, paste, paste. We haven't made or burned anything yet, technically, but then we will tomorrow, and then so on down the line. And we'll get to see when we're actually making money off of from our initial cost. Now, I have thought about including a budget system, aka my big boy right here. It's super cheap for X99 systems, and this one's not doing too shabby. So this is a Xeon E5 2670 V3. It is a 12 core, 24 thread. It's doing about 75 to 80 cents a day on Nicehash. It's doing, how many hashes is that getting? Let's see here. It's getting about 5,000, 5,500, 5,300 hashes. So it's laying down a little bit of power. I was just going on, you know what, we might as well include that in our list. And I was looking online, and I can get a CPU, RAM, and motherboard combo. And funny enough, it comes with an E5 2670 V3, $100. So for $100, and then we just add on a power supply. Yeah, I mean, we have another system up and running. So let's add plus 100, and then plus, we'll say we didn't get as good a deal on this power supply, $30. So we're up to 32. So we're up to 13. We'll round up to 1314. And then we have our Xeon E5 2670 V3. Move that over a little bit. There we go. And just for the sake of trying to keep everything uniform, we'll list it as started mining today, and then we'll have our so on and so forth. Electric burn, I'm just going to do the total electric burn from all the CPUs combined, just off their total wattage usage, so that way we can see what we're end up profiting at the end of the day. Yeah. I didn't know X99 stuff was getting that cheap. That is absolutely dirt cheap. Now, do I know if this motherboard would be any good? I have no idea. But I mean, just doing some rough math here, a $100 system, say we have 130 bucks into a motherboard, CPU, RAM, everything, and that's 16 gig, or that's one 16 gig stick. But we divide that by our 0.75, 173 day ROI if you have free power. So if we're paying for power, it probably doubles that, but still not horrible. Now let me flip it around. All right, guys. So hopefully you're going to enjoy this, and I'm going to show you the stuff that's going on as it progresses. Being that most, like, those 3 systems are running on Hive, they're pretty much just going to chug away. Hive doesn't have very many issues when it comes to CPU mining. The Xeon mining on Windows, it's been steady for the last couple days now, so I don't think it's got any issue. Oh, here we go. here's a good comparison. The Ryzen 9 that has dual channel versus the Ryzen 9 that is running on single channel. That's interesting. It's actually it's running at 68 degrees Celsius. It's running, and then the one on single channel is running at 67, 68 degrees Celsius. But look at this, 12.2 kilohash, and that's with no overclocks, no undervolting, anything. I know I need to get into the BIOS, and we'll do that on a future video, but then versus 9.7. So we're losing, what, 3 kilohash right there? So definitely need to get another stick of RAM there. And then that 5800 XT is doing 5.9, so that should be able to do a good bit more if we put it on dual channel as well. All the RAM is at my shop, but I have to go into the shop tomorrow, so I'll grab a couple sticks of RAM. Always got plenty of DDR4 kicking around. And yeah, that's just pretty much how the cookie crumbles. Now, as for the daily cost, it hasn't updated because I haven't been mining for a full 24 hours yet. But like I was saying before, if you don't include a GPU onto your systems, it'll make your daily cost really, really cheap to run these CPU-only mining rigs. If you have a GPU in there and you're mining on a GPU, it makes your daily costs go up significantly. So just take that into account. Like I have $1 on here, that $1 is gonna last a hot minute with 3 CPU rigs. But anyway, this video is now over. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Hopefully you enjoy this kind of content. I am gonna be going out of town for a little bit, so I'm gonna set up my Chrome remote desktop. That way I can remote in, check on things, check on profitability, and hopefully keep the content rolling for you guys. So I know a lot of people are like, oh man, you don't do no more mining stuff. Well, here's your mining stuff, okay? We're mining now. We are FOMO'd in. 4 CPU mining rigs up and running. We're FOMO'd. We're here. Live action. Kind of like, it's bringing back memories. I used to have like a ton of them behind me, but yeah. I'm pumped up about this. And don't worry, the computer shop, one guy, I read one comment and he's like, oh my God, all the computer stuff at the shop's gonna be shut down and turned into a mining room. And no, I'm not gonna do any mining inside of the computer shop because my power is included in my rent. And I know if I start mining in there, you know, that's not fair to the landlord. And also, that's not what they had intended on. The power would go up, and then very fast my power would no longer be included because that space is not very big. And she'd be like, why are you burning hundreds of dollars of electricity? What's going on? You're gonna have to pay your electric bill. So I'm just gonna keep that back over here at the house. And a subsequent really, really nice side effect of mining here at the house, especially in my office, which I do need to better insulate this thing, is that I get heat. I get heat. So when I'm in here in the evenings and it's really cold outside, I have a little space heater. This guy right here. And I'm paying electricity to run that space heater. Instead, we can just mine with some more stuff and create some more heat. So, all right guys, later. Peace out. Bye.